Hello and welcome back to the table. I'm your host, Team Wolf, and this is Rye Guy.
How's it going?
And today we are going to finish the two-part special with our commander draft here. And as we did in the first part of the commander draft, we built our decks. And since then, we've got all the lands in it, got it all sleeved up, and we are ready to go. But before that, we're going to present our commanders real quick and just give each other and you a basic idea of what our deck's trying to do if you didn't watch the last episode. Which if you didn't, go watch it. It's a really good episode. It's long, but it is worth it because it's a lot of fun. So the commanders that I brought to the table today are Sivris, the Nightmare Speaker, and Cloakwood Hermit. So basically what Sivris does is it allows me to sacrifice an artifact or a creature in this deck, which there are a lot of in this deck, to then mill cards, and that just kind of helps my game plan because I want to mill cards, I want to sacrifice my creatures, and get value from those creatures being in the graveyard or artifacts being in the graveyard and returning them back. And this is one of the ways my second commander, my background, because my first commander, Sivris, has choose a background, this gives some value for creatures going into my graveyard from anywhere. So from the battlefield or my library, it gives me 1/1 squirrel tokens, which is nice. And my dad's commander deck is his commander, which is...
I am going all dragons. So this is my Lohan Dragons Legacy. It's 3 color, so I am going...
No, 2 color.
Oh, it's 2 color?
Yeah, it's blue and red.
Oh yeah, that's right. Blue and red. And that's right. I want to go 3 color in my commander that I am building. I will have a 3 color commander that I'm building a dragon deck. So, but in this one today, flying whenever you cast an adventure spell or dragon spell, Lohan Dragon's Legacy deals damage equal to that spell's mana value to any target that isn't a commander. Pretty scary.
Thank goodness I'm making a lot of tokens.
So we'll see how this goes. I'm going to get a bunch of dragons out there and try to just throw flyers galore at Teen Wolf and see what happens. So
let us get into it.
Let's get going. All right.
Let us play some commander draft. And by the way, dice are going to signify our life total. So we will keep track of our life total for you because it's going to be kind of hard for you, the viewer, to keep track. Alright, so me and my dad got our hands. I won the roll, so I will be going first. I'll be playing a swamp. Actually, wait, no. I'll be playing a black dragon gate. Enters battlefield tapped. I will choose green as my other color.
You drew for turn?
Oh, shoot. Yeah, I didn't draw for turn. Okay, I drew my card for turn, and I will pass.
Alright.
So this can tap for a black or green.
I will draw. And I will play a mountain, and I will pass my turn.
Alright, and I will draw, untap, play a swamp, and tap 2 to play Cloakwood Swarmkeeper and Sturge. 1/1 flying that can't block, and a 1/1 that says, whenever 1 or more tokens enter the battlefield under my control, this gets a +1/+1 counter, and this can also, Sturge can pay 1 black to pay a life, sacrifice it, and then draw a card.
You already have 2 creatures out?
Yes. I played them both this turn, and they're both 1/1s.
Okay.
Now we'll pass.
All right. And I will draw, and I will play an island. Actually, I'm going to put these down here. And, whoops. What did I just do with my card I put out? I accidentally grabbed it back into my hand. Sorry. It's from last hand. There we go. Last. Now, I will...
Last hand.
No, yeah, tap 2 and play that. Right?
Right?
Yes. Sorry. I got a hand ahead of myself. And pass my turn.
Alright, and I will untap and draw, and I will I will play Forest, and then I will attack you with Sturge and cloak with Swarmkeeper.
Okay.
You get a block?
You want me to block? I'm going to take 2.
What would make you say that?
Because I block 1 and then you do something to kill that card. So I'll take 2.
Alright, and in my second main phase, I'll tap 3 to play a Skullport Merchant, which is a 1/4 dwarf citizen that when it enters battlefield, that will create a treasure token. And today we will use these coins to count as our treasures. So, yay. And I can pay 1 black to sacrifice another creature or treasure to then draw a card. And I will pass the turn.
Okay. I will draw. And I will play a mana for turn. Forgot to untap, so I have 2 blue and a red. And I will play Ingenious Artist, tapping 3. And whenever one or more artifacts enter the battlefield under your control, you deal that much damage to each opponent.
Nice. And
I will pass my turn.
Alright, and I will untap and draw for turn. Oh, this ain't good. I will be forced to do something that I wish I did not have to do, but I'm going to have to this turn. I'll tap 3 and sack a treasure to then play a Druid of the Emerald Grove. When it enters the battlefield, I will search my library for 2 basic land cards, put them onto the battlefield, and then reveal them and roll a d20. So I will search my library for a forest and a swamp and shuffle real quick. And then I will roll a d20. If I roll a 1 through 9, I put those cards into my hand, then shuffle. If I roll a 10 through 20, I put one of those cards onto the battlefield tapped and the other into my hand, then shuffle. If I roll a 20, put those cards onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. But I'm just shuffling now because there's no point in shuffling afterwards. Alright, and let us see a 1. So I will put those cards into my hand. And then I already shuffled, and I will play a forest and pass.
Okay, I will draw for turn.
Oh, shoot. I forgot to give that a 1/1 counter from a treasure entering the battlefield last turn.
I will untap. I will play a mountain. That's interesting. Okay, so I will tap 2. And I will play Sky Diamond. And it enters the battlefield tapped. But because it's an artifact, deal that much damage to each opponent. So
wait,
so it's 2 mana, so it should deal 2 damage to you.
No, whenever 1 or more artifacts enter the battlefield under your control. So if 2 enter the battlefield at once, it deals 2 damage. If 3 at once, but if it's only 1, if only 1 artifact enters the battlefield under your control, then it only deals 1 damage to me.
Oh, okay. Alright, well that's better than 0 damage. And then I will tap 2 more and play Javelin of Lightning.
And what does that do? Doesn't it give something first strike?
When Javelin of Lightning enters the battlefield, attach it to target creature you control. As long as it's your turn, equipped creature gets 2/0 and has first strike.
That's annoying. So that's a 5/1 with first strike?
Correct.
Yeah, that's not annoying at all.
And I will, let's see, this is tapped, so
I would recommend attacking with the 5/1 first strike because
correct. I will
That's a beast.
swing for 5.
And I will go to 34, not 24. Thank goodness I don't go to 24. Oh, that would suck.
And then, so I have 4 mana. I can tap that for a mana next turn. And I will pass my turn.
Alright, and I will untap and draw for turn. And I'll play Swamp for turn, and then I will tap. 2. Okay, so this turn's gonna be kind of a setup turn. So I'll tap 5 mana to actually wait. I'm not gonna tap 2 mana. I'm not gonna tap those 2 mana. I'll tap 3 mana to play Noble's Purse. Enters the battlefield tapped with 3 coin counters on it, and I can tap it next turn to remove a coin counter from it and create a treasure token. And then I will play Wayfarer's Bauble, which I can pay 2 to tap and sacrifice it. Search my library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle. And then I will pass the turn. Actually, wait, no, shoot. Attack with Sturge. I didn't do that last turn. I made a mistake by not attacking with it last turn because you can't block it and it can't block it.
It's a 1/1?
It's a 1/1 with flying.
Okay.
And you go to 37.
Okay.
And I will pass the turn.
Okay, and I will untap, and untap. And I have 4 working mana and 1 that can tap for a blue. And I will draw. Okay.
I actually should have taken another damage last turn from that artifact entering the battlefield. So I actually should be at 33 and not 34. But just a small note.
Okay. So I will tap 4. I will tap Sky Diamond to add a blue, tapping 5 mana. And I will play Sea Hag.
And when that enters the battlefield, creatures I control get -4/-0 until the end of turn.
Correct.
Well, it's not like I'm going to be able to kill that.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But everything else
is... So this is a 0/4, this is a 0/2, and that's a 0/2 as well.
Correct.
But still, your only real good attack is the first strike guy.
But I will attack for 5.
And I will block with Druid of the Emerald Grove, and in response to the combat damage being dealt, like before combat damage is dealt, I'll pay 2 to play a deadly action. No, do I want to do that? Yes, I do want to do that. I will play a Deadly Dispute to sacrifice this, so I can still get value out of it before it dies, and I will draw 2 cards and create a treasure token. And then treasure token, and I'm going to take no damage because that creature is still considered blocked, even though the blocking creature is dead.
Okay.
And is that it for your turn? Do you have a 0-mana instant or sorcery?
No.
Or do you have anything that costs 0 mana?
Well, I can sacrifice this anytime I want for 2 mana.
2 red mana, yeah, that's true.
So, no, I will pass my turn.
Oh, I was gonna say, please don't have a 2-drop. I already have an annoying board state to deal with because of, or I don't know. I will untap and draw, and I will play a swamp, and that puts me up to 7 mana, and I will tap Noble's Purse to then create another treasure. And then what I'm gonna do is, gosh dang it anyways. And because some more tokens entered the battlefield, one from last turn because of Deadly Dispute, and one from this turn, this card is actually now a 4/4, which I completely forgot about. What do I want to do? I think this turn's going to be another setup turn. I think what I'm going to do is just tap. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap 6 mana to play both of my commanders. My Sivirus Nightmare Serpent and my Cloakwood Hermit. And now the life total's like super messed up. Alright, and at the beginning of my end step, if a creature card was put into my graveyard from anywhere this turn, I create 2 tapped 1/1 squirrel creature tokens. However, there's no way for me to sacrifice a creature this turn. However, I still do have 2 treasures up, so I can sacrifice this if I want to, but I will choose not to, and I will just pass the turn.
Okay, I will draw, untap.
And I forgot to attack with Scourge again, gosh dang it.
And I will play a mountain. Okay. And I'm gonna set these down for a second. This one. So I will tap 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops, that one's an artifact, sorry. 5. Leaving me 1 blue that I will get up here like that. And I will cast my commander.
Do you want to sacrifice that to add mana to cast your commander? No, I'm just joking.
Well, so I've cast my commander, and then, so actually we're just going to go this way and keep this like so. I'm going to sacrifice this and get 2 mana. Tap this for a mana. This might be wrong, but...
And you're going to play a scary enchantment, I assume.
And I am going to play Psychic Impetus, right? Impetus. And I'm going to attach it to Sea Hag.
So you now have
a 5/7.
A 5/7 flyer that has to attack each combat.
No, that's not a flyer. Sea Hag isn't a flyer.
I thought that Impetus gives the thing flying.
It enchanted gives it a 2/2 and goaded. So it attacks each combat if able and attacks a player other than, you know.
Well, if it had flying, I was like, put it on your first strike, dude. Because then I'm gonna be in big trouble.
It doesn't have flying, but that way I have 2 5/5s. Or 2 5s. I have a 5.
Yeah, you have
a 5/1 first strike and a 5/7
5 power. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fun.
And then I will swing.
You're gonna swing
for 10.
For 10. That's fun. I'll
leave that there. People can read that sideways. Oops. I think I'm off here. There we go.
Shoot. And it's 10 damage coming at me.
10 damage coming at you.
I'm going to
5
take...
first strike.
I'm going to take 10. Wow. Going to 23. If only Sturge could block, but sadly not. Sadly not. And you're going to pass the turn after that.
This one goes into the graveyard. These are tapped, and I pass.
Alright, at the end of your turn, I'll pay 2 mana with the treasures. and then sacrifice Wayfarer's Bauble to get myself a forest in the play tapped, and I will shuffle, and I am in big trouble. I need I need an out. Are you gonna cut?
I'm gonna tap.
Alright, and then I will untap my Kajillion mana and draw for turn. And I will tap Noble's Purse, removing their counter from it, to make another treasure token, which will put another counter on Cloakwood Swarmkeeper, making it a 5/5 now. And I'll play a Swamp and tap. So I have 9 mana in total, and I will tap all 9 of that mana to play 2 cards. I will play a Herzu 6/6. Whenever one or more creatures I control becomes blocked, each blocking creature gets -1/-1 until the end of turn. And I will also play the adventure cost of Colossal Badger, which for 2 mana I will. Okay, well then in that case, the next thing I will do is tap Sivris to then first I'm going to actually wait. No, I'm just going to sacrifice the Sturge with Sivris because you have a flying blocker now. And then I will mill a card. It is a Passageway Seer. It's a 2/2 lifelink. When it enters battlefield, I take the initiative. And at the beginning of my end step, if I have the initiative, I put a +1/+1 counter on this thing.
Do you have a flyer?
No, I don't. Not that can block. So, do you choose to put this into my graveyard and pay 3 life, or do you want to let it go to my hand?
Lifelink.
It's not a really good card.
I'll let it go.
Alright. Okay. And the treasure's gone. Alright, so I will then pass a turn, but at the end of my turn, I'll get 2 tapped squirrel creature tokens, which are going to be used as these dice, and that is more tokens entering the battlefield. So this will now become a 6/6, and now I have 2 6/6 blockers to block your gigantic monstrosities.
You have 2 6/6s?
Yep. 2 6/6s.
Okay.
And I will soon have a 6/6 for next turn, because I will play Colossal Badger out of exile. Well, I mean, it's not a 6/6, but it's a 6/5, which is nice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana.
So you have a 5/1 first strike and a 5/7. And I have 2 6/6s. Okay.
Okay, so I will tap 5 mana and Sky Diamond as a blue mana. So I have plenty of red in here. I have at least 2 red. Yes, I have 3. Okay, and I will play.
You will play
Chameleon Orb of Dragonkind.
Okay, so, and you can tap that to add red, and
if it's a dragon, it gains haste. So that would be next turn. Says summoning sickness.
No, then, you can use the artifact right away.
Okay, and then put this tapped here, and then I will, with the other 3, I will play Tavern Brawler, legendary enchantment, commander creature at the beginning of your upkeep. That does have summoning sickness.
So commander creatures you control have.
Right. At the next turn, so summoning sickness, correct?
Well, no. So that's going to trigger at the beginning of your next upkeep.
Correct. Exile the top card of your library. That creature gets plus X plus O until end of turn, where X is the card's mana value.
So basically,
you may play that card this turn.
So basically, this card's going to become bigger next turn if you reveal a big spell.
Yes. Okay.
That's fun.
And you have 2 6/6s?
Yes.
But I do have the 5/1 with first strike.
Yeah, but I have 2 6/6s.
Right.
So the 5/1
So
first strike.
I will swing with my commander for 4 in the air.
Okay, and I'll go to 19. I'm still... This is not good. Is that it for your turn?
That is it for my turn. I will pass.
Alright, I will untap. And draw for turn. And this is not good. I will tap 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. Well, wait. No, I don't. Well, I will tap 4 mana to play Passageway Seer, giving me the initiative. Let me find that token. It's somewhere. Right, I have the initiative, which is whenever one or more creatures deal combat damage to me, that player takes the initiative. And then at the beginning of my end step, at the beginning of my upkeep, if I have the initiative, I venture into the Undercity, which is a new dungeon. That's not great, but it can be used for, it can just be extra card advantage stuff. And I will, I guess what I'll do after that is tap Noble's Purse to remove a counter from it to create 1 last treasure token. And I will tap my Sivris to sack the Noble's Purse and then mill a card, which is a forest, and I assume you're not going to pay to 3 life, so it'll just go back into my hand. And I will play a land for turn, which will be a forest, and I have 6 mana left with the treasure.
Jeez.
And with that 6 mana, sacking the treasure, I will play Colossal Badger from Exile, which is a 6/5 that when it enters the battlefield, I gain 3 life. So I go back up to 22.
And you still have no flyers.
I still have no flyers. That is correct.
Okay. And
after that,
I have a 5/7 blocker and a 5/1 blocker.
Yep. And oh, by the way, when that treasure entered the battlefield, this got a +1/+1 counter on it, so this is now a 7/7. And I will actually attack you with the 7/7.
Darn it. So Sea Hag would go bye-bye.
Yep. Or that.
Right. And that wouldn't die.
Nope. But if you block with both, it would die, but both of your creatures would die. Oh wait, no. Only one of them would die.
I'm going to take 7 going to 30.
Alright, and with that, I will pass the turn at the end of my turn. I do have the initiative, so this will get a +1/+1 counter. And I don't think any creatures died this... No.
I will untap.
So Cloakwood Hermit doesn't trigger.
And I'm going to move this towards you a little bit there, Teen Wolf, and move that there.
So you have one card in hand at this point.
Yes, I will draw for turn. And I will play the mana. Oh, and if it's not too late, it's up to you, but we both missed this. An artifact entered the battlefield. So
Oh
you
no,
lost
so
a life.
yeah, I'm at 21. It is
All
not
right.
too late.
So I will tap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 7. And if I cast a dragon, it gets haste.
Okay.
I will then cast. I'm going to move this here.
And that is
I will
a
then
6
cast
to me.
Fang Dragon 6/3 with haste flyer.
And that triggers your commander. Are you gonna do? What are you gonna deal 7 damage to?
And that 7 damage to your 7/7.
Okay, my 7/7 goes away.
And
I should have held up mana. Dang it.
and then at the beginning of your
could have
upkeep,
sacrificed
exile
it.
top card of your library. That creature gains XO until end of turn.
Well, it is way past the beginning of your upkeep at this point,
No.
but still,
I forgot
exile
to
it.
do that.
Exile it either way. The card exiled. Sorry, we threw it off camera. It is a land, so the land is just gonna be exiled. Well, I mean, you can play it this turn. Oh wait, no, you played your land for turn.
Yeah.
So that is just gonna stay in exile.
All right, and then on that note, I
You're gonna-
will swing for 10 in the air.
Okay, and I will go to 11. Which means I'm probably gonna die next turn. Or am I?
I would hope that I can stick around for a while, but I did some good damage there. That felt pretty good.
I'll play
Got
it.
rid of his 7/7.
Or wait, no, shoot.
Still
I will
got a
not play a
6/6.
swamp. I will tap 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6 mana to play a packed weapon and a mold folk. And I will equip packed weapon to my Herzu. So basically what's going to happen is I have to discard a card for the equip cost. But as long as this is attached to a creature, I don't lose the game for having 0 less life. Which is really nice. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to attack you with Colossal Badger and Herzu. And remember, I still have the tokens to block, so I'm not just attacking for no reason.
So you have a 6/6 and a
6/5.
6/6 and a 6/5.
Yup. And Citrus will untap. I forgot to untap him.
A 6/6 and a 6/5.
Yep.
So, dang it.
What you get a block?
6/6 and a 6/5.
Yep.
I'm not.
Are you gonna block? You're gonna take 12 and go to 18 if you do so.
Yeah.
Alright, I mean, are you gonna attack? I mean, are you going to block?
No. I
And
guess.
you're gonna take 12 and go to 18. Alright. And in my second main phase, I will tap Sivris to sacrifice Mold Folk. So I want to actually get a trigger from the Cloakwood Hermit. To then mill a card. It is a swamp, so I assume you're going to put it back in my hand.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm going to end my turn, and then 2 more squirrels are going to be made. And I will pass. And that's a land. Oh, jeez.
So I have no cards in hand and no plays and a zillion mana. So
No point in not attacking.
Untap.
And exile the top card of your library.
Oh, that's right. Beginning of my.
So either
It is an island.
technically the mountain should have been exiled, but either way, the commander wouldn't have gotten any counters. But technically, the mountain's in exile and the island's in play.
Okay.
But either way, it sucks. Either way, it sucks.
Okay.
So you're just gonna attack me for 10 because why not?
Yeah, attack you for 10.
All right, and I will take 10 and go to 1. And are you gonna pass the turn?
Yes.
All right. At the end of your turn, I will tap 2 to activate Skullport Merchant, sacrifice one of the tapped squirrels, and then draw a card. Hey, audience. I'm pretty sure Rye Guy can take a guess as to what it is too, but either way, it's dumb. And I will untap and draw. Okay, that's nice. I will then tap 2 mana to play Bonecaller Cleric, which I can pay 4 mana to sacrifice it, and in return, target creature card from my graveyard to the battlefield. What could I possibly return? Actually, there's not really anything. I mean, Cloakwood Swarmkeeper is probably the best pick, so I will spend 4 mana to get the Swarmkeeper back. And then what I will do next is, let's see. I will tap the Sivris to sacrifice a squirrel to then mill a card. It is a Intellect Devourer. Do you want to put it back into my hand, or it's the card that exiles something from your hand and I can cast the card?
So I have to pay 3?
You have to pay 3. I have to put it into my graveyard, but you don't have anything in your hand, so there's no real point.
It doesn't. It's what's in my hand. Yeah, but if I get something in my hand next turn.
Yeah, but you have more than enough mana to basically play anything in your deck at this point.
Okay.
So this will go back into my hand, and I'm pretty sure that was the optimal play for you. But yeah, you have nothing in your hand, so it should be fine. And then I will attack you with Herzu and Colossal Badger. And you know what? I'll actually also attack you with Passageway Seer. 3/3 lifelink. So 6/6, 6/5, and a 3/3 with lifelink.
Okay.
And by the way, we have not been keeping track of the initiative triggers, but it doesn't really matter.
So I will block the 6/5 with my 5/7.
Okay, and you're not going to block the 6/6.
No. And I will take 9 and go to 9.
And so my Colossal Badger would die and your Sea Hag wouldn't. So I will tap a black to play Armor of Shadows, giving this +1/+0 until and indestructible until the end of turn. So Sea Hag will die and this won't.
Okay.
And then I think that is going to be it for me. I pass, and at the end of my turn, I make 2 more tapped squirrels because a creature card was put into my graveyard from the battlefield. This gets 2 more +1/+1 counters, and I gain 3 life. And you took the 12 damage, correct? Because you had the Passageway Seer also coming at you.
Oh, that's right. It was indestructible, huh? So I go to 6. No, we should be at 6.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll draw for turn. I will.
Please don't draw a Meteor Golem. If you drew a Meteor Golem, oh wait, no. You exile the top card of your library at the beginning of the upkeep. So that card is in exile. What is it?
Pilgrim's Eye.
Pilgrim's Eye, and then draw your card for turn. And that actually gets +3/+3 until the end of turn. It is a 7-5 now.
And why is that? Oh, because
I'm sorry, it's a 7-2 because of that.
Right, correct.
If
Okay.
you drew a meteor golem.
No, I drew a mountain. So play.
Thank goodness.
Lands galore. And so I will swing for 13 in the air.
Okay, and I will take 13, and I will end off at a -10 life. I'm not exactly sure how to do -10, but let's just pretend that that is -10, folks.
Okay. Good game.
Good game. GG. I am surprised that I somehow won, but then again, as the audience knows, I drew Packed Weapon right in the beginning.
That you somehow won?
Huh?
You somehow won.
Well, I'm just surprised because dragons usually mean that I die because you're you and you...
You did die. I won.
Well, I mean, not because of Packed. Packed Weapon says otherwise.
Oh, you just put that out there? I didn't even realize you had that.
No,
When did you play that?
I played that a while ago on Herzu.
Oh, I didn't even know it was out there. You didn't say anything.
I said that. I said Packed. I played Packed Weapon.
For the audience, I don't know the cards upside down and backwards, so he plays it. I don't know what it is.
Okay, audience, you can go back and you can listen because I did say what that card does.
Huh.
So actually, I won.
Okay. Well, that's his broken, stupid card.
Yeah, and surprisingly, it's only $2, so...
Dragons still rule.
Budget deck, everybody. This is going to be in one of my This is going to be in a budget deck.
Dragons would have won if it wasn't for a cheater card.
Yep, because Packed Weapon is totally a cheater card. Totally. But let us get into the end scene. The end whatever it is. Alright, so that was a pretty awesome game overall, especially considering that I'm saying that especially considering the fact that I won. But
yeah,
technically
I thought I
won.
I missed that card. Sorry about that.
Yeah, it was just because
Not that
of
I could have done
Weapon.
anything about it because it's a cheater card, and that's a bummer.
It's not a cheater card.
And he always draws the card he needs to beat me, regardless of what I do. And I didn't get all my big dragons, so this was just off of what I could find in a draft. So I would highly recommend to anyone doing this or watching this to build a dragon commander deck.
Dragon commander decks are fun.
Killer dragons in here, and between some of the other decks out there, Teen Wolf is going to review a dragon deck that can be killer. So
yeah, I'm going to review this guy's dragon commander deck, and it's going to be annoying and broken and stupid. And by the way, just a little spoiler alert, that deck, it's breaking some rules. Let's just go with that. Let's go with that.
To your channel or in general?
Let's just say a bit of both.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of both.
But I wanted to play dragons to kind of get a feel for the commander deck that is almost built with dragons, and this is fun, but because of this situation in the draft, it was hard for me to get cards out very fast because all mine are bigger, but I will have that in the other deck and then have some crazy stuff to go with it. And
basically, we did this for all of you, basically just to get an idea of what we were going to do for this set, and it was kind of nice that we both ended up building draft decks of decks that we're actually going to build and review on this channel.
Yeah, that's kind of what we tried
That's
to
what
do.
we were hoping to do, and
because
it
of that,
ended up
maybe
working
not
pretty
as
well.
strong as they could be, but we were trying to stick with the theme.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
Think of what we were comfortable with and whatnot, and just all that fun stuff. So we hope that you liked it overall.
You can make fun of me for all the mistakes I made too. So.
And you can make fun of me for not attacking with Sturge an extra couple times, and hopefully being able to end that game like a turn sooner. To where somebody wouldn't have realized that Packed Weapon would have disallowed him from winning the game either way.
Well, I guess it was, whether I realized it or didn't, I guess I'm glad I didn't, because then I would have been more upset the fact that I couldn't beat you no matter what, and I had no way to get rid of it. So, kind of a bummer.
I mean, I'm kind of surprised they didn't notice something when I said, please don't draw a meteor golem. The one thing in your deck that says destroy target non-land permanent, which can kill the packed weapon, which was the only thing keeping me alive.
But I don't draw cards that I need when I need them like somebody else does.
Well, you've drawn meteor golem in the past when you've needed it, but...
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
Well, we hope that you liked the video overall. I understand that these two draft Commander deck videos were a little longer than usual, but that's just kind of how Commander works. And trust me when I say this, it's going to be the same for the other two Commander decks that I review on this channel. Yeah.
But it's Commander.
Just see. Yeah, but it's Commander, so it's going to be...
dragons.
And it's annoying, but it's fun overall. And we hope that you like these videos overall, and we hope that you like the videos that I will be coming out with that review the decks that we have built for all of you. So, until next time, continue playing some fun Magic the Gathering, Commander, Modern, Standard, whatever you like the most. And please consider subscribing. I'm your host, Teen Wolf. This is my guest host for this episode.
Rye Guy.
And we will see you next time.